So there are different types of cars, and it is difficult to find a car that suits you. मतलब relevance
Yes,
नहीं है.
yes, yes, yes. So you will be confused to which one you want to take or which one will be suitable to you. Okay. This car seller has some restrictions. When you go to buy one car, what you do? You do the test drive. Yes. You see the model and features, then you do one test drive also. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So here what car seller has told, you will not able to see any of the features of the car. Okay. You will not able to also do test drive. This is a old car and you are getting at a cheaper rate. That's why testing or any of the checking is not possible. And third condition is goods once sold cannot be returned. You can't return is not also possible. So if you are buying a old car and that car will not work immediately, also it will not start, it will not work, then you are a loser or you will gain. Suppose that old car you are not able to do test drive, you are not able to check the uh, model specifications or any of the features of that car, or you will also you will not able to return your car to the seller if it is not working.
So
That is
loser, sir.
yes,
Loser.
we will be a great loser. Okay. And it may happen that, so in the old car selling park there are some good cars, there are some bad cars. Okay, bad cars are there. Now seller knows which are good and which are good bad cars, but buyers are not aware about this, which are good or which are bad cars. You can't also figure out with colors, you can't also figure out with models. Only when you will start the you will start to drive, then it will not work, then you will realize that this is a bad car.
Sir, I
Or
think it's for information asymmetry.
yes, yes, this is in market, it is called as information asymmetry. Okay. So one mad person has was observing it in US market, one with one car seller asymmetry. So he was observing this and he has developed one theory called market for lemons. Have you heard about this?
Sir, is it adverse selection problem related to adverse selection problem?
Adverse selection somehow, yes. So it's a related to actually market information asymmetry. It creates actually it creates market manipulations, insider trading. It gives more into say violation type of areas. It will call you. So he has developed this market for. He has named this bad car as lemons and good car as peach. So you will not able to identify out of these cars which are peach and which are lemons. That's how he has developed this model called market for lemons. And this fellow also got Nobel Prize for this developing this idea. It looks like very normal idea. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. I think, sir, he talks about signaling and how a seller can appear more lucrative to a buyer.
No, seller. Okay, that is one part, seller part, but he is more concerned about buyer's part. Seller knows how which are good and which are bad, and it is not like sellers are sorry, buyers are not coming to him. More buyers are coming because he is giving. Suppose one BMW you are giving with 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs. You are getting from one seller. You will motivate to go and buy. Yes or no? If you are getting BMW with 5-10 lakhs, you will go and buy. So he is getting also buyers or customers he is getting, but only problem was customers are getting affected because they are coming out with lemons. So he's George Akerlof. He got Nobel Prize in 2001, and he has developed this concept and published in 1970. Whenever he has developed this concept, it was published in Quarterly Journal of Economics, and he came out with his paper also got rejected in 3 journals, and this is the 4th journal that has given acceptance. So any new concept you introduce means society will be not ready to accept that. So later on, his model is actually well recognized, and he got Nobel Prize for that. And this is called information asymmetry in our market. This is the introduction. Now we'll move to our analysis part. So let us open R. All of you open R. We'll do some basic functions in R. I hope all of you have installed R and R Studio.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So allow me 1 minute. I'll just. Okay. So just maybe it is repeated to all of you. Why we are using this R or Python? Can anyone say quickly? Why we are using this R and Python? Why not other softwares? You have seen like so many analysis softwares are there, like eViews, Stata, RATS, SAS, SPSS, Micropit. Why we are using R and Python? Can anyone say?
So due to computational power, better computational power.
Computational, we can do it with all the softwares.
So they're easy to use.
All the softwares are easy to use. Softwares are soft.
So,
Okay.
so it is R and Python, which is freely available. I mean, others
Yes,
are paid
one is
softwares
free,
maybe.
one is freely available. Okay. Then
People can submit their own packages to help others.
yes, so you can create your own package and submit. Okay, and whenever you see any new model came into market, any new model developed by anyone, there are so many programmers that develop the package for that, and this is not possible in case of other softwares. R or Python it is possible. R and Pythons are like sisters. There are so many data scientists, they are saying they are going to merge very soon. R and Python will going to merge. So other than that, if you go for say SPSS, SAS, or you go for RATS or eViews, you will get you will not get updated models inbuilt there. Updated models takes at least 5 years, 10 years to come to those softwares. But in R, immediately in that month itself, you will get that package. So that is very useful for all of us. And it's very powerful and flexible for each of the tools you use. You can have n number of flexibility to n number of ways to use also. And it's very simple and intuitive, like we say n equals to 10 plus 2, or will give us if we call n, what is that, it will give us 12. All of you have done these small functions in R, yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so so you can see our package, those who have not installed, can you say how many of you have not installed R as of now? Can you raise your hand? All of you have installed, right?
We all have installed R since our basic econometric course was mostly based on R Studio and all.
Okay,
So we
so
have
it will be helpful if you have not installed, you can install it. This is the installation instructions. Now, what this R is telling us, there are 4 windows. You have used these 4 windows. What is this script window? What we do over here in R Studio, you are getting 4 windows, right?
So you type your syntax over there.
We type the syntax over here and we can save that for future use also. It also acts as a notepad. Okay, just you do some hash or star before your function, it will work as a notepad. You can write down some notes so that you can use it in future also. Then what is this environment window?
Sir, the data set loaded in the environment. So like
Data and whatever result summary also, it will appear over here. Result summary means whatever function we run, that function will appear over here. Like you have run one regressions model will come like in one line over here, result will come in console, the model will come over here. Okay, what is the use of this console?
sir,
To see
different
outputs.
packages,
sir, it
help
shows
and
the result.
plot are
Yeah.
shown in this quadrant, sir.
Yes. So we get the plots. We get plots over here. Yeah. We get all the results over here. Along with, we can also write syntax over here, but don't write syntax in the console. Write down in the script so that you can save it, and for future use you can do it. And what is the use of this package or help window? What is
Sir,
it?
each tab here does what it does what the label says. So your packages shows all the shows the packages that are within this library which you've loaded. The help window will give you some help options, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, and plots will give you plot. And if you want to install some packages, you can go to package and install. So you can write down that package, you can install it, or you can write down in the syntax itself, in the script itself, install dot packages followed by package name, then you can install it. Okay, so just see how you import data. You know how to import data to R.
Yes, sir.
We'll do some basic functions. Okay, how you import data? Can anyone say? Please open your R Studio, and I hope you are having some or other data files, or should I send you some data file? Should I send you
So you
some?
can send the data file so we all can do the same thing.
Yes, I'll send you. What's your group ID? FE108. No.
Sir, MSCFE. No, sir. MSCFE. MSCFE 2020 @
Should
Jaiprodi.
come. VIP.ac.in, right?
Right.
Okay. This is the group ID, right? Okay, I'm sending you some data file. So use this VIX data. VIX is the volatility index. This VIX data is having so many countries data. Use that VIX index. So how to set? Okay, how to import data? Can anyone say? What are the way you do importing?
Sir, is it a CSV file or Excel file?
Yes, CSV file.
So we can simply, in the environment folder, we can see there is a import data set option. We can use that.
Okay.
We can also
So
write data is equal to read.csv and then write the file name and then the string as factor is equal to false or true, and then, sir, the data is
okay.
loaded.
Okay. Any other? Any other? So I'll say, you know how to set the directory and use. I'll suggest all of you always set your
Yes,
work
sir.
directory. Yeah, always set your work directory and use, because whatever result also you will extract, you can import to, you can export to that to your directory, and you need not give always path, or you need not go to drop down to import. So you can set your work directory. To set work directory, how we do?
Session.
Sir, we go to
Yes.
files.
Uh, no,
Sir, set
session,
WD.
and go to
We can
set
directly do set
work.
WD also, no?
Yeah, set WD you can write down, and you need to copy the path, but directly you can use this sessions, set work directory, go to file, sorry, session, set work directory, choose directory. Okay, then you go to your folder wherever you have kept your data. So this is my folder. Then you can just open. The work directory has been set successfully. Okay, now this is my work directory. Okay, and I want to import some data from this work directory, how I'll do? I'll just say I'll write data equals to read.csv. Then you just start data file name .csv. So data file name is vix.csv. Okay. Now okay, vix data. The data file name is vix data.csv. Okay. Now data has been imported successfully. Now you can see the head of the data. Head of now we have given the file name as data. So again you can see tail of this data. Okay, that tail you are able to see. All of you have imported
Yes, sir. Yes.
successfully. All of you have imported successfully. You can save this file. Suppose say okay. Suppose you can save this file. Okay. Now, how many of you have imported? Can you raise your hand? How many of you have imported this data? Siri, Subham, Rahul. Only 5, 6. So anyone is facing problem? Now 6, 7. Anyone is facing problem on importing the data or setting work directory? You can also use another function called read.csv. Then you say file.choose. So this is for temporary only. You can go there. It will ask where is your file. Then you can select your file and import that. Okay. So I don't prefer this option. This is for readily use, but whenever you want to do so many other functions, you should come out with setting up work directory. Okay. So should I repeat how to import data?
So just the last method which you said which you do not prefer, could you just show that one?
Which one? This one. This
The
one.
last one, sir, which you said you do not prefer doing.
Okay, just give your name. Suppose Neil. I'm saying Neil equals to read.csv. Okay, then start the bracket, or you can press tab key and say file dot choose. Just say control enter. Now it will ask where is your data file. Okay, I have kept my data file over here. I'll go to select that file name, Vix data, just double click. Now it will be appearing here. I'll say head of Neil, head of Neil. Now it is appearing over here. Okay. So rarely you use this option. Don't. So always use this set work directory. Okay. So all of you have done. Now see if anyone has used mobile to join, so don't use that mobile to join. If you are joining through mobile, not a problem, but work with your laptop. All of you are having a laptop with you now. See, in computational finance, you will do the hands-on frequently. We will do hands-on. Please raise your hand now. How many of you have done? Only 6. Saranya, Ali, Rahul, Mansimran, Cherry, Kirti, Manvi. Okay, Rahul, Neil, Subham, Subham Kumar, Mansi, Rajadita, Saz, Gaurav, Ayushi, Binay, Himanshi. Anyone? If you are facing problem also, please ask. If you are not able to import data also, please ask. Okay. So others are facing problem, just speak something so that we'll able to figure out. See, in physical classes we figure out whether you are getting or not by seeing your facial expression only, but now we'll not able to see whether you are able to upload or not, you are able to import. Should we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you want to do the mean of USA. Yes, just let me introduce this. These are all volatility index. This volatility index of USA, India, Japan, China, South Korea, UK, and Indonesia. Okay. So these volatility index are what this volatility index represents. What is this volatility index represents? Anyone?
Maybe how the standard deviation is changing over different frames of time.
Have you heard about VIX? Standard deviation. VIX is a volatility index, that is index of future volatility. Okay. Future volatility of option. Okay. The underlying is option. So each countries are having this VIX. Even India is having VIX. Whenever risk in the market is high, then VIX will be so high. Whenever risk is low, VIX will be low. So VIX represent the riskiness of especially options in that country. During COVID period or during financial crisis period, you will observe that this index is very high. So risk is very high. All these during any of the emergencies or any of the crisis period. So if it is high, that means it represents it's more risky. If it is low, it is representing it's less risky. Now we have data of this. How I will know how many data sets I have, how many number of observations I have, or number of rows, number of columns I have. How I will come to know?
Sir, it is mentioned in the environment that how many observations are there and how many views are there.
Yes, in the environment it is mentioned. I want to see over here in console. See, my console is I have kept in the right corner. You can also, if you want to see this console, this right corner, you can go to view, pans, and you can say console on right. Okay. If you want to do console in the right, or else you can say in the left. Yes, you are able to see over
So
here. Yeah.
you can use DIM to get the
Yes,
dimensions.
we can use the dimension dim of that data file. Suppose dim of data, we'll able to see we have 317 rows and 8 columns. So date is one of the column, and other 7 countries data are there. So it's during COVID period we are seeing how much is the this VIX in each of these countries, whether it has gone up or it has come down. So you can see UK's VIX are high and USA VIX are also high. So normally we see 20 is the, in case of VIX, we see 20 is the normal. If it is more than 20, that VIX value, then we say it is highly volatile. If it is less than 20, we say it's low volatile, or risk is low. Okay. Now, can I simply get the mean of one series? Can I get? I want mean of USA.
Yes.
Can I get that? So if I simply
Yes,
write
sir. I
mean of
think.
USA, no, if I write mean of USA, just see I'll get one wrong thing that USA not found. I can use dollar and data file name, but time to time I need to use
Mean
dollar. Yes.
So we use the column number.
mean
Yeah,
dollar date
also.
dollar USA.
But I'll give you one shortcut. Just say attach. Okay. Just attach that file. Okay. Attach data. Now once you attach that data, now you call mean of USA, you will able to call each of the columns. Okay. You need not go column, you have to again go and count which column it is, whether it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can simply say attach data and you will able to come out with mean of USA. And you can say standard deviation of USA. Okay, you can also see correlation between two markets. How we do? How we find correlation between two markets or two series? Anyone?
COR.
So by using the correl
CO.
function.
Okay, COR, then say USA, comma, we have UK. Okay, suppose you will say UK. Now you are getting correlation is 97%. But another part is, if I want to see the probability of this correlation, whether they are falling in my significance area or not, I hope all of you have done hypothesis testing. Yes or no? All of you have done hypothesis testing?
Yes,
Null
sir.
hypothesis we might have done.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So based on what we reject null. So in correlation, just say what is the null in case of correlation. What is null?
So that the
There
R
is no
value
relationship.
yes equals to 0, as Shubham mentioned.
Yes, we
R
can
equals to
say
0.
uh, there are no correlation or they have zero correlation. Okay, have zero correlation. Alternate is these two USA and UK are correlated. Yes. How we accept the null or reject the null? What are the criteria we follow?
So level of significance.
On based on what? Yes, level of
Yes, sir.
significance. So what are level of
So
significances?
0.05.
That is the
9.
standard that we use. It is basically the how much error we are accepting in the hypothesis.
Yeah. So in some part we go up to 0.10 also,
Yes,
but
sir.
not beyond 10%. So see, it depends. Suppose in science, if you are testing a vaccine, like effectiveness of COVID vaccine, okay, you are testing. If you are going up to 0.05, that means out of 100, 5 people chances are there they will die. Will you go to introduce this vaccine? If you vaccinate 100 people, 5 people's chance is that they will die if your probability value is 0.05. If it is 0.01 also, one person will die out of 100. Still, will you go to introduce that vaccine?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Well,
2.1.
it's up to the researchers or what they what they're what they're ready to live with. It can be
No,
5, it can be 1 also.
in
Sir,
science,
but in sir every time we have to assume there is some error. Like we cannot forget this. Like we
yeah,
cannot
there
assume that
is
this
some error,
vaccine is.
but how much error will accept? That is the
Sir,
question. There are some errors, definitely.
So
But how
depend
much?
on the problem, like if it is a vaccine for like corona, or if it is like some chronic disease, like if something a right like a medicine for cancer or anything which has some also side effect, serious side effect, then we have to take a very significant level of significance. But in the other cases, when there is some flexibility between the two two variables, then we can take like that as a level of significance.
Yes. So what happens in case of medicine or in case of science, they go up to 0.00 level of significance. But in our social science, we are going up to 0.05 or 0.10 because here life risk is not there. That's why we can go about that. So how to, the question is how to identify whether I'll accept null or reject null by seeing this correlation. Can I do? I don't have a probability value here. How I will get probability value of correlation? Anyone? So there is something called COR dot test. Are you getting in the second function? COR dot test. Okay. Then you select COR dot test. Then USA, comma UK. You will find the probability of the correlation along with the correlation value. All of you are getting?
Yes, sir.
So now you can tabulate this probability. This is 2.2 e to the power minus 16. That means there are 16 zeros. So that means it's 0.00. Then you can say like we'll accept null or reject null.
So
Reject
reject
null.
null.
We'll reject null and say that there are these USA and UK are correlated, or we can say they are correlated, significantly correlated by 97%. Okay, they have high correlation. So you can test correlation dot test for any of the pair. You can simply write down names of that file, names. Then our file name is data. So you are getting all the names files. Okay, now you can say uh, correlation dot test of say India and Japan. So you are getting they are 84% correlated, and this is also significant. So you can check correlation with any of the pairs. Now, how we will use correlation for the trading strategy or for any of the implications? What is the use of correlation in finance? How we will use? We are getting correlation, yes. They are highly correlated or low correlated or zero correlation. How it will help me?
So when you're building your portfolio, you want to diversify as much as possible. So having
Okay,
two markets like the US and the UK, which are highly correlated, it means that if you're investing in the UK, you should ideally steer away from the US.
very good, very good. So we do for diversification. In diversification, using correlation, you follow two things. One is avoid highly correlated countries. Okay, and consider only one among all highly correlated countries. You can keep one in your portfolio. Second, you can include less correlated or negative. Okay, one is less correlated, you can consider in your portfolio, or we say almost zero correlation you can consider in your portfolio, so that consider. And another is negative correlation. If negative correlation is there, what you will do?
So you can perhaps use it to like some kind of hedging or something so that you can maintain your
Yes,
portfolio value.
yes. Some part of negative correlated you can keep for hedging. If one is going down, other will go up. So if SBI is going down, and if suppose SBI and IRCTC are in case are highly negatively correlated, then what will happen? If SBI price will come down, IRCTC price will go up. So your diversification will again give you some amount of value, or you will come out with some value of the diversification. So correlation is having a huge use, but correlation has also its limitations. That's why we combine correlation with others, like even regression, or you can use any of the forecasting technique. So along with correlation, we see other parameters, but correlation helps us. Okay. Now, can you plot simply? I want to plot USA. How I will plot? Simple plot. How I will plot?
You
Anyone?
can just use the plot function.
Simply you use plot function. So going forward, we'll see other advanced ggplot function. But simply you use plot function, we'll able to see plot. Now when we are seeing this plot, it's in scatter plot. By default, it's coming in scatter plot. I want to see line. How I'll see? I'll get line plot. Anyone?
Sir, AB line, like I think
No,
plot.
AB line will give you. No, type equals to L in a invitation command. You just write type equals to L. I'm able to get the line now. Yes or no? All of you got it? कुछ तो बोलो, if you
Yes,
are.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So please let us make it interactive, because in online mode only one side will tell, other side should respond, so that it should not happen like we'll only keep on speaking. Have you heard about something called ghost cities?
So
Anyone
which
has
city?
heard about
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ghost city? What does it mean?
So these cities have a lot of infrastructure, but there are hardly any people staying there,
Yes.
and it seems very eerie, sir.
Yeah. Where it is, where are ghost cities are available now?
So China, sir.
Yes. So China is a good example. So they have constructed so many infrastructure projects, but no one is there to stay. So again, in India also, you might have heard about the Karvi cases, Karvi brokerage cases. Have you heard anyone? Those who are following news.
I think I know what it is. I'm not sure, sir. I think they
Yeah.
diverted some of the investors' money towards construction.
Yes. So what they did, they have placed the share and of investor share, and got the loan from banks, and it's around 2000 plus crores of rupees, and they have used it for construction in Telangana and Andhra, and they have expected that they will monetize those construction, they will sell it and get it the fund, they will get it, and so that they can unplace those shares. But what happens when they have constructed so many buildings, there are no buyers to buy that. Even if buyers are there, they have quoted very low prices, and that's how Karbi case came out, and Karbi was not able to like submit to the SEBI, like it has unplaced all the shares. Then yesterday or day before yesterday, Karbi brokerages has been cancelled, and day before yesterday or yesterday, Karbi chairman got arrested. So that is how ghost city works. So when we say ghost city, no one is there, only buildings are there. So here also you should keep on interacting so that I will not act as a ghost city. Okay, in one side I'll only call. Okay, now I want to give color to this line. How I'll go give?
COL is equal to
Yes,
uh, uh, sir.
equals to, suppose say I want to give blue color or red color. Okay, so I'll able to give this red color. You can zoom it and see. Okay, now I want to give x-axis and y-axis name.
X lab and Y lab, sir.
Yeah, so I'll say x lab equals to say vix. Okay, you can say x lab equals to, you can say time, and y lab equals to, y lab equals to say this was UK VIX. Okay, UK VIX. Now I am getting time and UK VIX prices. Now I want to give title of this
Main
figure.
main is equal to
So I'll say main equals to say VIX UK during COVID. You can give figure 1. Okay, you are getting, and you can import this and use it in your report. So all of you know these basic functions? Yes or no? All of you have done
So
up to
could you
this?
just show the main code once again?
So main, when you write main, you just say equals to, then start the inverted comma. Whatever you write over here will appear as a figure name.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Now I want the summary statistics of whole of the file. How I'll do?
summary bracket.
So you can use summary, then say data. You will get the summary of all the markets. Okay. Now how you use this minimum, maximum, and here standard deviation is not coming. Here standard deviation is not coming. Standard deviation you can calculate one by one, or one function I have just missed out. In one function you will get it for all. Okay,
See,
so
can we run loop for a standard deviation? Like there is a one function standard deviation for like US standard deviation of US, and then we run that loop for all the function. Is it possible, sir?
yeah, I have not written like loop like that. Maybe it is possible, but one inbuilt function is there. I'll just tell you in next class. I
Okay.
just missed out. So it will
Okay,
give you all
so just
the,
one question
yeah,
before we proceed.
yes,
Earlier we had
yes.
attached the dataset data, right? Now how do I remove that?
Uh, why you want to remove?
Just asking generally because suppose I were
I
to
don't know
chop that.
whether data is there. Data, no, data will not work.
So we cannot remove that, I think, sir, because once the
You can, okay. One is you can remove all the files, like you can use the
erase from the environment.
yes. You can clear your environment
Sir,
on that
Sir,
maybe we
side.
that
can
will,
use
but sir,
maybe we can use attach and detach.
That data I was trying, but whether this data will work, we'll see.
Seems to have worked.
Yes. It
Okay.
works. So this data works. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. So you can try this small functions. From next class, we'll do some return analysis, risk return using portfolio and security returns. And we'll also introduce how this market microstructure is working, like uh, what are the key things that you should know when you are participating in the market, how the trading activities are happening. Then we'll see how to construct a portfolio, how to come out with your say risk return using the portfolio. Then we use the portfolio theories. Okay, first we'll do the normal portfolio construction without having any theories. Then we'll use the portfolio theories. All of you are aware about CAPM model, capital asset pricing model.
Yes, sir. We have read about
Yes,
this
sir.
in SAP.
Have you analyzed that anytime? It's just a regression, just simply a regression. CAPM model is nothing else. So we'll also do CAPM model. We'll see how it works. Okay. So I'll request all of you to create one WhatsApp group so that we can interact. My number is 9969357385. You can create one WhatsApp group of Computational Finance 2021 so that we will interact frequently. We'll meet on Monday. Okay. So thank you all. I'll be sending this to basic PPTs today. And you can you can practice these basic functions at your home also. So that how I will save this and how I will save this workspace, I also said. You can go to file and save as. You can save it where you want to save. And every time you write one new command, you will suppose say I'll write one new command, it will come in red. So unless you save it, it will be in red only. So you just save before you close the R. Okay. So thank you all.
So what do we have to save, sir?
This
Thank you, sir.
whatever syntax you are writing, you save it so that you will use it in future.
Okay.
So so always you try save it for each of the section. So we'll give you some assignment, not today, but today you just do practice at your home. The basic functions what you have already learned, just recap it so that you will be your hands will be free in R, so that we'll go for advanced things. Okay. Thank you all. We'll meet on Monday.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.